This is officially the most difficult L1 case that we've ever done for a startup. It's a brand new company. Within 2 months' time, we had to file 3 L1 cases and an H1B transfer, helping them start up from scratch. All of them were approved, and you know what? That's not even the hard part. Dealing with the intricacies of the company politics, that was way harder than dealing with USCIS requirements. But we fought through it. A lot of people worked together. Let me share with you how it was done. Hi everyone, my name is Joseph. I'm the managing partner here at Zahn Associates, where we solve legal problems with creative solutions. So the legal problem in this case was that a big, giant, enormous company overseas wanted to completely transfer their operation into the US. So they want to transfer all their top executives all in one go. 3 executives and an H1B transfer from poaching from another big company all had to come over within just a few months just to kick things off. There were so many things that was difficult about this, but what was even worse was that they were not upfront in the beginning. I'm not saying they were not upfront, I'm just saying plans have changed. So when we initially started, it was just doing one L-1A for one person. So we created the business plan, we got all the company documents, it was completely complicated, but we got it. And then within a few weeks, another person wanted to join. So we had to redo the entire business plan. And then we had another person and another H-1B. And it kept on expanding more and more. And you know, in doing a good L-1A, you need a good business plan that justifies how within 1 year, the employees, the revenue, the profits will justify this executive. But if you have 3, then you need like 3 times the amount. And so plans keep on changing, and it's not their fault. Given the size of this company, they have so many different business plans, and some of them didn't fall under the purview of the executives that were being transferred over, and there were so many entities. In reviewing this entire case, there were over 15, 20 different companies. We had to figure out exactly how to structure it so it's as clear as possible, showing one company owns another, and owns another, and eventually starting this US company owning this operation, and now how all the executives from the other branches were being transferred over to run this US operation. But now looking back, talking about the business plan, talking about the corporate structure, that was actually the easy part. What was really difficult was that every single document that we wanted to get had to be approved by so many layers of attorneys. I have never encountered red tape like this. It's approved, denied, redo, approved, denied, redo, and it had to keep on going through the review process by so many layers of people. When you think after 3 approvals, it should be good, but no, somebody else on top would deny it and they'd have to redo the whole thing. And so it was so hard. It was pulling teeth every single day, multiple emails, multiple email chains in trying to prove the corporate structure, the business plan, how many people they're planning to hire under one department, and their pay and their sick leave benefit package. Everything had to be approved. And so it was tremendously difficult. And because we're doing 3, 4 big cases all at once, we needed so many decisions to be made. But in doing 3 L1 cases and an H1B transfer, we needed proof that there were sufficient number of employees that were to be hired, which business location, all of these things that normally those executives just were not interested in making decisions. Those are details that locals will make decisions on, okay? And so having to force them to make that decision here and now without actually proof, right? It's very much like a catch-22. Why would I set in stone now who I'm gonna hire, what I'm gonna pay, what the benefits are if the US market hasn't proven themselves, right? So why would I set that out and make that decision on a corporate charter and sign off on it when we will want to change this policy later on? So why don't you just grant the visa, let us try, and then once it's successful, then we'll submit everything to you. And I explained to them, yes, that's exactly what L1 is for. The first year is going to be granted. You're going to have your chance to prove yourself, and then we'll submit everything, which is much more difficult later on. But this is what they want now. It was extremely difficult to explain this to the lawyers overseas, as well as the CEOs, as well as the asset managers, as well as the investors who ultimately had to prove every single decision. It was painful, but we finally got everything, submitted all of the cases, and all of them were approved. And so the key takeaway for me and my team in doing this hardest case ever was that sometimes the case itself is easy, but it's dealing with the people and the red tape that is more difficult. And that's why a good account manager working on a case was paramount to winning this case. So when we did this case, there was normally one account manager to do one case. And even if there's multiple L1s and H1Bs underneath one case, it's still that one account manager that handles all the communication. But because of so many layers of red tape and so many people that we had to talk to and explain, we ended up putting multiple account managers on this, even though it's just one case. And so what we do is not just solve legal problems, we solve people problems. All right, that's it for this story. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Take care. Bye-bye.